Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Again, we're looking at the sets that are due to retire at the end of 2025. I'm using the Brick Fanatics website's retirement list to go by. About 2 months ago I did some videos talking about these particular sets, but now what I've done is I've looked again at the sets and I'm basically comparing now to then, so 2 months ago, the figures. I'm also looking at lego.com to see whether they're still in stock or whether they're temporarily out of stock or whatever. I'm looking at the UK website, Europe website and the US website, so I'll also tell you the figures for the sets that have sold as well. Right, so this video is TECHNIC and there's also Ninjago in there I think as well. So the first one is 42115, the Lamborghini Sian, £390. That's available in the Europe website, UK website and the US website. So I'll just say, if it's all three, you'll just say all three websites. In the last 30 days sold 26 sets, which is down 2 since the last time I looked. The highest amount online that sold for is £408, which is down £29 from last time, and the lowest amount it sold for is £260, which is up £15 from last time. Now the set has sold 25,481 sets. So if you watch my other videos you'll know, but if you haven't, you're just kind of stumbled on this. The figure that I'm giving you is probably around a quarter of the amount that's actually sold worldwide. The figures that I show you is only representative of Amazon, eBay, Bricklink and StockX. It doesn't include like the stores or if it's in the UK like Argos or Asda or anything like that, or if you're in America like Barnes and Noble or Target. So it only means the figures from Amazon, eBay, Bricklink and StockX. So like I say, if I say 25,481, I kind of times it by 4 to get the figures for worldwide. Of those 25,000, there's 8,388 was in the US, 3,222 was in the UK, and 8,925 was in Europe, which means that Europe beat America this time. Australia, 2,079. So the difference between the video I did 2 months ago and now is it sold 894 sets. So in 2 months it sold 894 sets. Next one is 42141, the McLaren F1 race car, £170. That's available on all three websites as well. In the last 30 days sold 16 sets, which is down 10 since the last time. The highest amount is 197, which is the same as last time. And the lowest amount is 114, which is down £4 from last time. That one has sold 17,410 sets, of which 5,496 was in the US, 2,847 in the UK, 5,622 in Europe, so Europe wins again, and 2,046 in Australia. And the difference between the now and 2 months ago is 810 sets. Next one is 42146, the Liebherr crawler crane, £580. Now that's available in Europe, and if you order it in the US they'll ship in 60 days, but the UK is sold out. In the last 30 days sold 29 sets, which is down 6 from last time. The highest amount was 723, which is down £61 from last time. The lowest amount is 403, which is down £31 from last time. It sold 3,013 sets, of which 1,275 was in the US, 231 was in the UK, 1,116 in Europe, and Australia was 168. So that's a difference of 342 sets since last time. Next one is 42156, the Peugeot 9x8 24-hour Le Mans hybrid hypercar, £170. That's available on all three websites as well. In the last 30 days sold 34 sets, which is up 3 since last time. The highest amount is 194, which is down £51 since last time. And the lowest amount is 118, which is down £14 from last time. It sold 7,153 sets, of which 2,307 was in America, 1,095 in the UK, 2,397 in Europe, that makes Europe the winner again, and Australia 639. The difference between it is 459 sets since the 2 months from last time. Next one is 42159, the Yamaha MT-10SP, £200. That's available on all 3 websites again. In the last 30 days, sold 14 sets, which is down 21 since last time. Highest amount is £235, which is up £2 from last time. And the lowest amount is 154, which is down 12 from last time. They sold 2,967 sets, of which 891 was in the US, 402 in the UK, 1,227 in Europe, so Europe wins again, and Australia 237. So there's a difference of 279 sets. I think the Europe seems to like the fast cars and things like that, so obviously if you live in Europe, then maybe the fast cars is more of a better investment than, I don't know, like the UK or something like that. Maybe they don't like the fast cars as much. Next one is 42163, the heavy duty bulldozer, £9. Now in the UK it's still available, but in Europe and US it's sold out. In the last 30 days sold 34 sets, which is down 7 from last time. The highest amount is 13, which is the same as last time, and the lowest amount is 8, which is up £1 from last time. It sold 3,281 sets, of which 1,452 was in the US, 288 in the UK, 1,032 in Europe, 237 in Australia. So there's a difference of 321 sets. Next one is 42164, the off-road race buggy, £13. I've got one of those. Now, on the UK and the US sites, they're available. On the Europe, they said they'll ship from the 17th of November. Now, I've noticed on some of my other videos, I've put things like ship from the 17th, and then when I'm doing the research, that's where it said. But then just before my editor edits, I check the pictures again and bring the pictures up to put for the videos, and sometimes what it says has changed to sort of like, you know, available or whatever. So I try to catch it on the video and then update the information with a more up-to-date picture that sort of says, you know, it's available now. So like I say, if I catch it, then I'll put it on the pictures. So in the last 30 days, sold 23 sets, which is down 13 from last time. The highest amount is 21, which is the same as last time. Lowest amount is 12, which is the same as last time. It sold 2,103 sets, of which 726 was in the US, 267 in the UK, 771 in Europe, again, and Australia 144, which is a difference of 219 sets. Next one is 42165, the Mercedes AMG F1 E-Performance, £21. That's available on all 3 websites. In the last 30 days sold 18 sets, which is down 18 from last time. The highest amount is 30, which is down £1 from last time. The lowest amount is 17, which is the same as last time. It sold 6,079 sets, of which 2,013 was in the US, 1,164 in the UK, 1,803 in Europe, and Australia 576. Which is a difference of 667 sets. Obviously, when I'm doing these figures, if there's a difference that's quite high, you know that in the last 2 months, which is coming up to retirement, it's sold a lot of sets. So that could be, you know, data that you might be interested in, whether to go for that set or to leave it alone. Next one is 42166, the Neon McLaren Extreme E-Team, £21. That's available on all 3 websites again. In the last 30 days, sold 26 sets, which is down 14 from last time. The highest amount is 28, which is the same as last time. Lowest amount is 16, which is the same as last time. It sold 2,185 sets, of which 813 was in the US, 414 in the UK, 525 in Europe, and 201 in Canada, which is a difference of 213 sets. Next one is 42168, the John Deere Harvester, £38. I've got 7 of those. In the UK and Europe it's still available, but in the US it's sold out. Obviously in the US the John Deere is more popular. In the last 30 days sold 27 sets, which is up 7 from last time. The highest amount is 43, which is down £12 from last time. The lowest amount is 26, which is down £3 from last time. It sold 3,383 sets, of which 1,632 was in the US, 525 in the UK, 606 in Europe, and 240 in Canada, which is a difference of 549 sets. Next one is 42169, the Neon McLaren Formula E race car, £47. I've got 2 of those. That's available on all 3 websites. In the last 30 days sold 24 sets, which is down 5 from last time. Highest amount is 43, which is down £2 from last time. And the lowest amount is 25, which is down £1 from last time. It sold 3,148 sets, of which 1,392 was in the US, 402 in the UK, 768 in Europe, and 288 in Canada, which is a difference of 426 sets since last time. Next one is 42174, the Emirates Team New Zealand Yacht, £105. That's available on all 3 websites again. In the last 30 days sold 26 sets, which is down 7 from last time. The highest amount is £136, which is up £10 from last time. And the lowest amount is 90, which is up £19 from last time. So the data on that one looks pretty good, doesn't it? It sold 2,020 sets, of which 846 was in the US, 186 in the UK, 582 in Europe, and 225 in Australia. So there's a difference of 405 sets since the last 2 months. Next one is 42178, the Surface Space Loader LT78, that's £30. That's available on all 3 websites again. In the last 30 days sold 22 sets, which is down 6 from last time. Highest amount is 33, which is the same as last time. And the lowest amount is 21, which is up £2 from last time. It sold 1,752 sets, of which 1,032 was in the US, 87 in the UK, 363 in Europe, and 135 in Canada, which is a difference of 231 sets since last time. Next one is 42180, the Mars Crew Exploration Rover, £130. That's available on all 3 websites again. In the last 30 days sold 36 sets, which is up 11 from last time. The highest amount is 176, which is up £30 from last time. And the lowest amount is 94, which is up £2 from last time. So again, the data looks good on that one. It sold 1,187 sets, of which 624 was in the US, 48 in the UK, 327 in Europe, and 84 in Australia. There's a difference of 183 sets since my last video. Next one is 42181, the VTOL Heavy Cargo Spaceship LT81. That's £90. Of the websites, the UK is still available. In the US, it was knocked down by 40% to $66, and then it's sold out. And in Europe, it's sold out. In the last 30 days, sold 14 sets, which is down 15 from last time. The highest amount is 90, which is down £12 from last time. And the lowest amount is 59, which is down £6 from last time. It sold 1,977 sets, of which 1,245 was in the US, 78 in the UK, 366 in Europe, and Australia was 138. So the difference is 543 sets in the last 2 months. Next one is 42182, the NASA Apollo Lunar Roving Vehicle LRV, £190. Now that's available on all 3 websites, but the UK and the Europe is down 30%. So the UK is £133 and Europe is €154. But it's available on all 3. In the last 30 days sold 32 sets, which is down 4 from last time. The highest amount is 229, which is down £52 from last time. And the lowest amount is 134, which is down £8 from last time. It sold 2,877 sets, of which 1,209 was in the US, 300 in the UK, 858 in Europe, and 279 in Australia. But the difference is 840 sets in the last 2 months. Next one is 42184, the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute White Hypercar, £47. That's available on all 3 websites. In the last 30 days sold 29 sets, which is down 19 from last time. The highest amount is 44, which is down £10 from last time. And the lowest amount is 30, which is the same as last time. It sold 1,381 sets, of which 606 was in the US, 288 in the UK, 309 in Europe, and 81 in Canada. And there's a difference of 321 sets since last time. And the last Technic is 42196, the Lamborghini Huracan Technica Orange, £47. That's available on all three websites again. In the last 30 days sold 24 sets, which is down 8 from last time. The highest amount is 57, which is down £1 from last time. And the lowest amount is 31, which is down £1 from last time. It sold 1,280 sets, of which 690 in the US, 165 in the UK, 249 in Europe, and 78 in Australia. And there's a difference of £258 since my last video. Now we're on to Ninjago. First one is 71799, the Ninjago City Markets, £320. And that's available on all three websites again. In the last 30 days sold 22 sets, which is down 11 from last time. The highest amount is 451, which is down £45 from last time. And the lowest amount is 261, which is down 16 from last time. It sold 3,950 sets, of which 2,109 was in the US, 285 in the UK, 876 in Europe, and 261 in Australia. But in the last 2 months it sold 564 sets. That's the difference. Next one is 71804, the Ariens Battleneck, £13. That's available on all three websites. In the last 30 days sold 23 sets, which is down 2 from last time. The highest amount is 16, which is down £3 from last time. And the lowest amount is 9, which is the same as last time. It sold 616 sets, of which 279 was in the US, 36 in UK, 180 in Europe, and 48 in Australia, which is a difference of 87 sets since the last time I did a video. Next one is 71805, the Jay's Mech Battle Mech, which is £9. I've got 4 of those, but they're in the back there somewhere. Of the websites, the UK one is available, but it's down 20% to £7.19. It's available in the US, but they'll ship in 60 days. And in Europe, it's down by 20%, €7.99, but it's sold out. In the last 30 days, sold 27 sets, which is up 8 from last time. Highest amount is 13, which is down £2 from last time. Lowest amount is 8, which is down £1 from last time. It sold 3,400 sets, of which 1,218 was in the US, 393 in the UK, 1,278 in Europe, so Europe win again, and Australia 264 sets. So that's a difference of 621 sets since the last video 2 months ago. Next one is 71806, Coles Elemental Earth Neck, £18. I think I've got one of those here. Is that the right one? 806? Yep. So I got one of those. That's available on all 3 websites again. And if you watch Brick Domain, he actually thinks that that's in one of his top sets to invest in. In the last 30 days, sold 32 sets, which is up 9 from last time. The highest amount is 22, which is up £1 from last time. And the lowest amount is 15, which is up £3 from last time. So maybe all of you are watching his videos and decided to buy some of his sets. It sold 2,299 sets, of which 855 was in the US, 309 in the UK, 729 in Europe, and 168 in Australia. And the difference between the 2 videos is 381 sets. Next one is 71807, the Sora's Elemental Technic, £18. That's available on all 3 websites again. In the last 30 days, sold 29 sets, which is up 2 from last time. Highest amount is 23, which is down £2 from last time. Lowest amount is 13, which is the same as last time. So 1,675 sets, of which 768 was in the US, 102 in the UK, 474 in Europe, and Australia 147. And the difference is 336 sets in the last 2 months. Next one is 71809, the Egalt, the Master Dragon, £60. Now, in the UK and the US it's still available, but in Europe it's sold out. Now, if you watch the Wolfer bricks, he always says if you get the white dragons, they do well. So whether you listen to him or not, I don't know. In the last 30 days, sold 32 sets, which is up 8 from last time. The highest amount is 77, which is the same as last time. The lowest amount is 45, which is up 2 from last time. It sold 1,277 sets, of which 474 was in the US, 159 in the UK, 348 in Europe, and 156 in Canada. And the difference is 201 sets since my last video 2 months ago. Next one is 71810, the Young Dragon Ryu, £13. I've got 3 of those. I'll just hold up one so you can see that I've got them. In the UK it's still available, but in Europe and the US it's both sold out. In the last 30 days sold 33 sets, which is down 7 from last time. The highest amount is 18, which is the same as last time. The lowest amount is 11, which is up £2 from last time. It sold 1,824 sets, of which 993 was in the US, 144 in the UK, 468 in Europe, and Australia was 111. And the difference is 270 sets since last time. Next one is 71811, Aaron's Ninja Off-Road Buggy Car, £45. And I've got that one as well. I've got one of these, just to show that one. I quite like Ninjago, so anyway, that's available on all 3 websites. So in the last 30 days sold 26 sets, which is up 4 from last time. The highest amount is 53, which is down £6 from last time. The lowest amount is 30, which is the same as last time. It sold 597 sets, of which 288 was in the US, 33 in the UK, 177 in Europe, and 57 in Australia. So that's a difference of 90 sets in the last 2 months. Next one is 71812, the Kai's Ninja Climber Mech, £60. Now I've got 3 of these, but say I'm just going to show one so you can see. Now in the UK that's sold out, but it's still available in Europe and America. In the last 30 days sold 35 sets, which is down 6 from last time. The highest amount is 77, which is down £9 from last time. The lowest amount is 43, which is down £1 from last time. It sold 763 sets, of which 360 was in the US, 66 in the UK, 171 in Europe, and 105 in Australia. That's a difference of 156 sets. Next one is 71813, the Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo, £105. Now in the UK and Europe that's still available, but in the US it's sold out. In the last 30 days sold 18 sets, which is down 4 from last time. Highest amount was 157, which is down £11 from last time. Lowest amount is 93, which is up £2 from last time. Now I think, if I had the ability to get this at a discount, I might be tempted to get this because I think it might do okay. But obviously don't take my word for it. I'm not I'm not a financial advisor and like that. Don't go out and buy 100 of them. But I think if you can get a good deal on that, you might make a bit on that. So that's what sold 815 sets, of which 396 was in the US, 78 in the UK, 183 in Europe, and 93 in Australia. And the difference of 171 sets since last time. Next one is 71816, Zane's Ice Motorcycle, £9. I've got one of those as well, but it's at the back somewhere. And that's available on all 3 websites. In the last 30 days sold 33 sets, which is down 17 from last time. The highest amount was 12, which is down £1 from last time. The lowest amount is 8, which is up £2 from last time. It sold 1,324 sets, which is 624 from the US, 177 from the UK, and 327 from Europe. Australia 105, and the difference is 231 sets since last time. That concludes this video. Next time it'll be icons and trying to remember. There'll be continue from Ninjago and icons as well. Okay, so please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.